Ole! Kabong! Hello everybody, thank you for joining me today. I do truly appreciate it, and I want to show you something, and I don't know what it is. You see, I've got a good friend who has who bought some books from me and sent me a gift that I showed you a while back. It was a slipcase for the most well-known book. Here is a bunch of books talking to you. For the most well-known book of my very favorite author, F. Paul Wilson. And he sent me this slipcase, and it was a wonderful, wonderful gift, and I truly appreciate it. But this fellow, the name of Rick Whitmore, sent me another, he sent me a message saying, I want to send you a little something. And, just like on Ghostbusters, if somebody asks you if you were a god, Winston Zeddemore says that you say yes. And if Rick Whitmore asks if he can send you something, you say yes. So I get off work today a little bit early, and I stop by the mailbox and find out the friendly neighborhood mail lady has sent me a package from my good friend Rick Whitmore, and I do not know, I have no idea, no clue in any way whatsoever what it could be. So let's stop with all of the doing. I'm going to take this knife. This is my Alaskan knife. I bought this, I think it was in Anchorage, Alaska, from this antique dealer. And I liked the knife. It looked really cool. And the lady was there. Lady and her husband own a business. I say, well, who made this knife? Where'd it come from? She says, I don't know. My husband knows. I'll find out from him and I'll let you know. So I stopped back in the next morning before I left, and she said he got it from a guy in Chicago. It's made in Chicago. My Alaskan knife turns out made in Chicago. Chicago, well known for its Alaskan knives, I guess. Anyway, she said it in a way that made it sound like, ooh, a Chicago knife. That would be an upsell to me. I should have told you that earlier. I could have charged you more. But anyway, I got it. It's a story nonetheless. But let me open this thing up. I don't know. It feels like a book. But you know what? It sure enough is. And I'm looking here. Let's just show you what I'm looking at. This is a book that I haven't read yet. But my youngest son is in love with this movie, Meg, and by Steve Alten. And so I wanted to get a copy for my youngest son to read, Meg, and here is the special anniversary edition by Steve Alten, and it looks really, really cool. The artwork is so good. Now, my youngest son loved the movie Meg, and everybody and their mother says that the book is so much better. This special anniversary edition of Meg combines two novels. Meg, a novel of deep terror, completely rewritten and re-edited by New York Times best-selling author Steve Alten, and the never-before-printed sequel, Meg Origins, Jurassic Shark. So, an exciting, a fantastic, a very interesting publication of a well-known novel. And so let's just take this is Rebel Press published this book. Let's take a little bit of a closer look at it and see what we can see. Here, first of all, let me take this dust jacket off and stretch it out. Let you see what all it looks like here. So we have an anniversary edition. 7 years ago, Navy submersible pilot Jonas Taylor found himself on a top secret dive in the Mariana Trench, the deepest, most unexplored realm in the ocean. 7 miles down, he came face to face with the most fearsome predator ever to inhabit the planet. The Carcharodon megalodon, a 60-foot, 70,000-pound prehistoric cousin of the great white shark rushing his submersible topside. He barely escaped, but his actions cost the lives of the two scientists on board. the vessel as well as his career, the Navy dismissing his claims as aberrations of the deep. Now, Jonas, a paleobiologist, is still trying to prove to the world that the creatures exist, harbored in a warm water current created by the hydrothermal vents at the bottom of the gorge, trapped beneath 6 miles of freezing waters. When an opportunity to return to the Mariana Trench presents itself, he takes it, intent on returning topside with a 6-inch white tooth. But man's presence in this unexplored domain releases one of the sharks from its purgatory, and now Jonas is the only one who can stop it. Naturally, penned in 1995 and originally released in 1997 by Bantam Doubleday, Meg became a New York Times and international bestseller for its first-time author, Steve Alton, spawning 4 sequels and an ebook prequel. Now a far more seasoned writer, Alton has combined both the prequel and the original release into this expanded and re-edited 20th anniversary edition. So a neat thing. Thank you so much, Rick. I sure do appreciate it. Let's look and see about this edition here. We got some hot foil stamping on the spine. Trade editions typically would go as such. Looks like the binding is glued, and my youngest son will have to read this one and give me a bit of a book report on it. So let's see what all they do in here as far as how would this be considered. It's the first edition, first print of the book, an anniversary edition, so an updated, reprint, repackaged, repurposed version. It doesn't have anything regarding print run or anything in here. It does say copyright 2015, and a very neat addition to the collection, but in addition to the reading library. So I've got to read Meg. My youngest son loves the movie, and he's just beginning. He's turned 13 years old now, and he's doing some reading. I mean, he can read, but he's doing some book reading, choosing carefully on his own, not getting stuff shoved down his throat like I was with The Great Gatsby and The Summer of My German Soldier and such as that. But really, we have a trade edition. The text size is pretty small, but very manageable. And Rick, I sure do appreciate the gift. I'll have to, my son Roman is not home now, so I'll have to bring Roman in when he gets in and let him take a look, and we'll see what he thinks. It's actually Halloween. They're out getting some trick-or-treating last-minute stuff for their costumes. Maybe I'll show you their costumes as well. And now, through the miracle of modern time travel, I've gone back into the future, but it's the past. And Halloween is over, the trick-or-treating is done, and I've brought in a special guest to talk about Meg a little bit, my son Roman, whom the book is for. Here you go, Bugsy.
Hello, Rick. I'm Roman, and I've watched the movie Meg a few times. It was a really good movie, but I didn't like the second one very much because they had dinosaurs in it. But really speaking, that a megalodon shouldn't be real, but if you think that's way down in the Mariana Trench where no one goes or sees, but dinosaurs are on land where everyone is. So it kind of lost me at the second movie, but thank you very much for the book. I'll try to read it as best I can.
Sounds good. It looks good. Everybody says good things about this book, even people that don't say good things about the movie. So I figure if you dug the movie and the book's better, well,
yeah, I'll try my best to read it if I can remember how.
If you can remember how, yeah. All right, well, now back to our regularly scheduled program. The miracle of modern time travel has allowed this all to be possible. Thank you, Rick. Anyway, I can think of no more lies to tell. So thank you for your time. I do truly appreciate it. Thank you for the gift, Rick. I do truly appreciate it too. With that being said, say la vie, baby. Doo-doo. Jaws, I think, in the book was 20 feet. Ain't got nothing on the Meg.